So good afternoon, everyone. Are we there? So now back to our data. Check your tab. You will see query. Check your tab. You will see query. Do you also see query there? So click on the query. Under the edit section, click on edit. This one will take us back to Power Query. Remember, we've not done our EDA. We've not finished our EDA last week. Like we didn't change some data. Okay. Um, what I want to do is that we want to check on their data type, which and which should, like you see our unit cost, our unit sold is in text, so we need to change that to whole number. We click on the data type, then we change it to whole number. The total sales, let's leave this one first. Did we actually calculate? We need to, let's calculate this. That is, multiply this to this and see if we will get the same value here, because sometimes these values are not always correct. The total sales, remember that we say price per unit times the units sold will give us our total sales. Yeah. So are we all here? So click on the price per unit, then put your hand on control. Place your hand on control. Click on unit cost without not removing your hand. Then go to add column on the tab section. Under the from number, you see that the standard is highlighted. You can do anything on the standard. Click on the standard drop down. Then we want to multiply. You can do any operation. You can add, you can subtract, you can divide, but we want to multiply. So we click on multiply, right? So this one is going to give us, add another column at the edge. So we double click this. Where are you, sir? Yeah. Did you let me cancel it again. This is it, sir. Price per unit. I click on it, right? Then I'll click one on control. I'll click on unit sold. Place your hand on control. You have to put your hand. You have to put your hand. Look at my hand. It's like it's placed on control. I'll click on unit sold. Have you done that? It will highlight the two. Yeah. Under the from number. Look at my console. Look at my console. Then go to under the standard, the drop down. Click on the drop down. Did you click the drop down? Should we continue? So I'll click on multiply. So this one will give me, we add another column for us, showing multiplication. Then I'll double click on it. I'll double click on the multiplication column. I'll rename it to revenue. If we check this, if we check the total sales, this first figure we have here, this is 10635, right? Under the total sales, the one that was in the data, 10635. The total sales was in our data before, right? 10635, yeah. Please, 1 hour, please. We should all focus. I will not go back several times. We have a lot to cover today, a lot. So you can see that the number is different. This revenue is our correct value, so we have to remove the total sales. That's the essence of you checking your data to know if your data is correct. That's part of EDA. Then we'll come here, we click on the total sales, right click, then we'll say remove. Yeah, value. So now our operating margin means your profit margin is checking your revenue in respect to your profits in respect to revenue. Since our total, what's it called? Our revenue was wrong. Definitely, this operating margin will be wrong. You understand? This our operating margin will be wrong because they must have used the total sales to actually calculate the operating margin. You understand? As I've said before, we are actually working on sales analysis. We're not working on finance. We don't want to check. We also want to know how the business is selling. This operating profit is our profit. I want us to remove it. It's not going to be in our analysis. I'll click on the operating profits and the operating margin. Then I will click on the two. Are we? Then right click and remove. So now we are left with sales method and revenue. There's some things, there's one more thing we need to do. Whenever you see text, there are some times whereby text can have space like in front of a text. Like there can be space in front of a text, and it might mean different thing and where you don't have space. So for you to be in the safer side, it's better to trim all text data. All text data, it's better to trim it. And for you to trim it, you click on the column, you right click, go to transform, go down to trim. Let's do that. Right click on the data, go to transform, then go to trim. Are we all there? Now click on trim. Your index will be that way. We'll leave our index like that. Let's go to the region. Right click, transform. Uh, right click, transform. Then I'll go to trim. It's changed. Any white space in the front of the text is removing it away. Any space in the back is removing it away. It's just keeping your text. Though this data, actually, there's one data where I would have shown an example of that. This HR data, you will see state show two times in your data, and you feel like, what is going on? It's because of that white space. You understand? That white space in your data that is actually causing it. So we come to the states, we would go to transform and trim. The city, same thing, go to transform and trim. The product, transform. I hope you're all doing this, please. And trim. The sales method, transform and trim. Please don't. We should not trim. We should not trim our anything that's numeric. Just the text alone. We want to go back to. We've done our cleaning. if you want to do your EDA, like if you want to do you want to check for the characteristics of the data, this is where you will go. You go to views. When you go to views, you click on each column. You go to column distribution, column profile. So what this one is telling you, it's telling you the characteristics of the column, of the data that is inside that column. It's telling that there is a count of 350 and there is a distance of 5. What you're just saying there that there is 5 data and that data repeats itself into 350 times. You understand? And the maximum is this and the minimum is this. You come here to the index ID. The index ID, the count is 350. The distinct is 350, the unique is 350. That means what it's saying there that the index ID is a primary key. There is no repetition of data inside there. There's no duplicates. Same with invoice and just like the rest. So let's go back to our home. Back to home. Let's change this one to this is our sheet one. Back to home. In your home tab, this is your sheet one. Double click on it. Change it to fat table. Fat F-A-T table. Fat table. F-A-C-T table. Then we'll click on enter. The trimming. Okay. So now have we all changed the sheets to fat table? So now I want to take it back to Excel. You go to under this your close, click on the drop down, click on close and load. So now all those changes we've done on Power Query have now been loaded to our. So now we'll go to your file. How to bring in your Power Pivots. Go to your file, go to more, go to options, then go to add-ins. So when you go to add-ins, you go to changes to come add in. Yeah, come add-ins. That is COM add-ins. Then click on go. Then you check, you see Microsoft Data Stream, and you go click on Power Pivot for Excel. Check on it. Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. Check on it. Have you checked on it? Only that one, yeah. And you can actually check micro Microsoft Power Map. That means you want to do your map in case of incasity you want to do map. You can check that as well. Then you click on OK. OK. Have you checked make sure you check the Power Pivot. Then click on OK. Is it showing? Is it showing? Are we all getting it now? Now, like, can I proceed? Are we up there? So now we want to create our calendar table using Power Pivot. Just click on any point in your data. Go to your Power Pivot. Then click on add to module. You are there, right? Are you there? Okay. No, I've already added my own to module, so I can't do that second time. So now we want to create. Now we go to design. Go to your design. Go to design. Eh? Okay. Are you here? Are you here? No. I know power pivot. Are you there? Have you clicked on your data and say add to module? Look at it. See, look at it. Look at it. I click on my any port, any point in my data. Adi, isn't that guy? It's coming. So are we all there? Are we all here? Click on add to module. You've done that. Okay. It's showing you something like this. Okay. Now we would go to design. From design, did you see date table? Date table. Click on the drop down. Then click on no under the under the calendar. Go to design. The design tab. When I say tab, you just know that all this thing up here is tab. This one is ribbon. If I say tab, it's something up here. Go to the design tab. Inside the ribbon, go to the calendars section. Eh? Then you say date table, the drop down. Click on it. Then click on new. So what this one will help you do is that this is what it's going to do. Eh? You should click on this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Why? No, so what this will actually do is that now please let's pay attention. What this will actually do is that, say for example, you might have like 10 transactions in a day. You understand? But if you create your calendar table, it's going to pick just that day, just one day. So and you should now look up the past status. That 10 transaction is now linked to just one. It doesn't duplicate the days for you. It doesn't duplicate the day. You all just have only just one day mapping to the um what's it called? The past table. You get it? So let me show us the visuals. Let's come to the home. Let me show you what is taking place. Go to the I will click on the home. The home. Go back to the home. Go to the therefore previous year we can calculate it. And it's the system that will help us do that by doing, just tell it that okay, do this one for me, so for us. It's very easy. You don't get it? Okay, now there's something we want to do. We want to abbreviate the days. We want to abbreviate the months because it's too long. We'll go back to data view. Click on data view. Nothing more. Data view. Just beside that diagram view. So we want to shorten that January to Jan, the February to Feb. That is just 3 letter words. You come here, click on the month. That is January. This is the formula for doing this. That. All we just have to do is just remove. This is 4 end. Just remove one end and press enter. Come here, remove one end, then press enter. So to give it Jan, right? So we want to change the date to as the days of the week. We'll come here, click here. You press enter. So that's Saturday. And one is what we want to do again. Eh?
Can you take that part?
No, just click on this, click on this, click on this. It will show you the formula. Just click on and remove it. MMM3. That 4 means everything. MMM, DDD, that is intricacies, means the shorting. Have you gotten it? Okay, your system.
It's not opening my prayer. I don't know.
Maybe it's something we have to create your data type. But you can use, if it's not working, you can actually use Power Query to create it too as well. You can actually use Power Query. Because I don't want us to go through this process. I just want us to just use this one. So now,
Same for the year.
huh?
Same for the year.
No, let's leave the year. Let's leave the year. What was the this thing? I want just to check for months and for day, right? Yeah. So let's move forward. We'll go back to our diagram view. Click on your diagram view. Drag this down. Drag this down. So now, for us to create a relationship between these two guys, we drag this and bring it down to the invoice date. Let me do it. I'll drag the day. I'll click on the day. I'll drag it. You can bring the other, that is the invoice date, then to the date. So what is Sean telling me is a one to many relationship. One to many relationship. One to many relationship means that only one value represents many value there. Do you all get it? Like showing that if for example like maybe you have like 2 to 2010, you can have 2 to 2010 here in 10 places, but here it just invoice date, drag it to the date.
Okay.
You need data app.
Eh?
That app again.
So this invoice date, I clicked on it, I drag it down to the date.
Okay, invoice.
Yes, invoice date, drag it to the date. Please, we have a lot of work. We'll write we'll write that today. I want us also. I want. Actually, this is not our method of teaching Excel. I'm just giving it up. This is something that is advanced. Like if you're going to industry, this is what you need because if you don't know how to use power pivots, and when you go to industries, they can't give you file in just one file like that. It comes in different file tables. And if you don't know how to use power pivots, you cannot achieve anything with it. You understand? So we have a lot to cover. Let's Have you done this? Let's move forward.
Yeah, you deleted something.
Eh?
You deleted
Yes, I deleted
data
the this hierarchy.
data hierarchy, yes.
And again, we will not need this
Fine.
MMMYYY. Just don't delete it. Don't delete it.
Okay.
Just say right need. Then go to hide from client tools.
Okay.
Go to right click and say
Yes,
go
yes,
to
yes, yes, yes. Client.
client tools.
Yes,
Yes.
I will click client and
Okay,
click
hide from
Client
client
tools.
tools
Yes.
okay, select the
and click it. And click it.
Click hide from client tools. Oh, sorry. So we are done with this. Just close. Yeah, close it. But I want us to do snapshots and send it to the group. Let's do a snapshot and send it to the group
of this.
of this. Yeah, do a snapshot and send it to the group. This is how to do a snapshot. X A. I see that most of us really didn't do snapshots to do our work. Then click on this. That is snapping tools. S snapping tools is this. SN. I go to your search bar. SNIPPING.
Like you have to download it.
Eh?
Snapping tools, right?
Yeah, snapping tools. Yeah.
Okay, from there.
Yeah, you would. Now, if you want to take, like, take for example, now I want to take I want to snipe my screen. I'll click on new.
On
New. Do you see new there? You click on new. When you click on new, it will show you where you want to cut. This thing has shown to cross. Just click on it and drag. You understand? Then go to your Excel. Then do Control V. Don't need to save, just do Control V there. Then I'll click send. So have you sent it? Are we not getting the snap too? So we want to shorten that January to Jan, February to Feb. That is just 3 letter words.
Okay.
You come here, click on the month.
Month.
That is January. This is the formula for doing this. That. All we just have to do is just remove. This is 4 end. Just remove one end and press enter. Come here, remove one end, then press enter.
Yes.
So to give it Jan, right?
Yeah.
So we want to change the date to as the days of the week. We'll come here, click here, we press enter. So that's Saturday. And one next, what do you want to do again? Eh?
can you take that part?
Just take one.
No, just click on this. Click on this. Click on this.
Yeah.
It will show you the formula. Just click on and remove it. something. Have you gotten it? Okay, your system.
It's not opening my tray. I don't know.
So maybe the something will happen.
This
You
is
create your
nice.
data type. But you can use, if it's not working, you can actually use Power Query to create it too as well. You can actually use Power Query. But I don't want us to go through this process. I just want us to just use this one.
Okay.
So now,
Same thing for the year.
huh?
Same thing for the year.
No, let's leave the year. Let's leave the year. What was the listen? I want just to check for months and for day, right?
Yeah.
So let's move forward. We'll go back to our diagram view. Click on your diagram view. Drag this down. Drag this down. So now, for us to create a relationship between these two guys, we drag this and bring it down to the invoice date. Let me do it. I'll drag the day. I'll click on the day. I'll drag it. You can bring the other one, that is the invoice date down to the date. So what is Sean telling me is a one to many relationship. One to many relationship. One to many relationship means that only one value represents many value there. Do you all get it? Like showing that, take for example, like maybe you have like 2 to 2000. We are done with this, but I want us to do something. There are some things we not need. Let's delete this hierarchy. We right click here. We click on delete.
Which one is that?
The days hierarchy. Right click on the days hierarchy and
Okay.
delete it. We say delete from the module.
Okay, click on
Right
delete
click.
from module.
Yes. The days hierarchy.
Click on what?
Eh?
These are the initial nothing. Dates.
The dates. Just leave the invoice date. Drag it to the date.
Okay.
Okay, okay. No, you didn't give that arrow.
Eh?
That arrow.
This invoice date. I clicked on it. I drag it down to this place.
Invoice.
Yes, invoice date. Drag it to the date. Please, we have a lot of work. We'll write that today. I want of course. I want. Actually, this is not our method of teaching Excel. I'm just breaking it up. This is something like it's advanced. Like if you're going to industry, this is what you will use, because if you don't know how to use Power Pivot, and when you go to industries, they can't give. Click hide from client tools. Oh, sorry. So we are done with this. Just close. Yeah, close it. But I want us to do snapshots to do our work. Then click on this. That is snapping tools. S snapping tools is it? SN. I go to your search bar. SNIPPING.
Like you have to download it.
Eh?
Snapping tools, right?
Yeah, snapping tools. Yeah.
Okay, from there.
Yeah, you would. Now, if you want to take, like, take for example, now I want to take snap. I want to snipe my screen. I'll click on new.
On
New. Do you see new there? You click on new. When you click on new, it will show you where you want to cut. This thing has shown to cross. Just click on it and drag. You understand? Then go to your Excel. Then do Control V. Don't need to save, just do Control V there. Then I'll click send. So Have you sent it? Are we not getting the snap too? You're not getting it.
The line is senior man.
Where are you going, sir?
I want to send it to you. I've done
No,
it.
no, you should just do Control V. Control V. Yes.
Okay, so now it's supposed to go to what?
Go to snaps. Have you snapped it?
Okay, so it's connected.
Okay. Maybe it's just because it's not accepting.
Wait, wait. No, that's both of you.
Yes.
You click on home.
Snap
Then
screen. Okay,
snap
snap
photo.
photo. Okay, let me see.
No,
You go to new. Go to new. New. Now do like this. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, again? Okay, just that. You sent it on right. Okay, let me go to send. Send. Use your hand. Use your two hands, sir. Use your two hand. Use your two hand. Click and drag. Let me see. Minutes from power query. Let me send it local. Did you cancel this one? Let me send you the data on local. I think you've sent attendance to the group. You should all do that. You should all copy, do our. Do that. Click on home. Click on her. Whenever you click on her application, you didn't do it. That means you'll be having wrong value.
Hello, sir. Sorry, sir. Oh,
Yeah.
I select the fact table.
Okay.
So I need to choose
Look at all. That's what we came for. No, it's just raw. and you're not getting what's in the class. You won't watch the video, you will not get it as well. So we've done the for us to do the analysis for this one, we sort. We want to know the highest. Right click, then we'll go to sort by largest to smallest.
So like this right click on
Right click on the number,
from largest to smallest.
largest to smallest. We notice that Monday is the highest sales. Sunday followed by Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, and Friday and Saturday. You understand? So what's our next question? Total revenue by retailers. The same way we create our first pivot table. We'll create our second pivot table like that. Here, go to the data, then insert. Go to the data, then click on insert. Pivot table, drop down. You now say from table stroke range. Then click on it. So it's going to bring up, you're going to come up with a tab. It's going to ask, do you want to do it in this new worksheet? You say you check it out, like the new worksheet. You can, it's going to ask you again, do you want to, like, is it existing worksheet? But we'll leave it as new worksheet because we want it to be different from our data. Then we'll just click on check, add this to the data model. Then we'll click on OK. So let's rename this to the name of our objective. Total revenue by what? Revenue by retailers. So right click here. I'll change this tab color to this. You came late. Why? No problem. Total revenue by what? Retailer. So now, back to our discussion. Our retailer will be where? Eh? In this our pivot table. Where will our retailer be? I'm asking the class, please. Will be on the row. What about our total revenue? Yeah, let's do that. So what's going on there? The retailer is describing the total revenue. That is, it's telling that okay, you have this total revenue, but this is the distribution. You understand? So now let's drag our total revenue, our retailer to the row, then revenue down to values. Then we sort. Right click from largest to smallest. So from this our analysis, we realize that back to shape essentials is the highest, Jabari is the second, and Trace Empire is the third. So what's the next question? By sales method, right? Okay. By now I know that we know how to create pivot table ourselves. We don't need to be told. Sir, it seems you have an issue. Eh?
Yes, the last
Which one you don't get? Ed?
total revenue by retailer.
The retailer will be in your row. Drag your retailer to your row. You don't have retailer in your row. Go to up. Go to up. Like show up. That's where you see it there. Have you seen it? Let me see if I can make this thing bold. Is it bold enough? So are we here? Have we done this? Are we sure? Help him. So let's move to the data. Let's go back to our data. I want to answer the third question.
You want to answer an animation? I went back to my data. Go back to your data. Change this one to rename this. Total revenue by regular. Total revenue by regular. So we want to calculate total revenue by sales method, right? Yes. Go back to your data. We'll create one new pivot table.
Click on any points on your data. Then go to insert the pivot table drop down. Sir, are you following? Where are you, sir? Yes. Table stroke range. Did have you seen you've seen that tab? Check add this. Yeah. Then click OK. So the first thing you do, you change this, rename this sheet 5 to the name of that is revenue by sales method. Sales method. You right click. So what will be in our values and what will be in our row? What will be in our values? What will be in our row for the revenue generated by sales method? Eh? Okay. Okay, let's do that. So are we here? Have we done this? Are we sure? Help him. So let's move to the data. Let's go back to our data. I want to answer the third question.
want to calculate total revenue by sales method, right? We'll go back to your data. We'll create one new pivot table.
Click on many points on your data, then go to insert the pivot table drop down. Sir, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Where are you, sir?
Insert pivot table drop down.
Yes,
Then from
table stroke range.
yes,
Did have you seen you've seen that tab?
yes.
Check add this.
Add this data to
Yeah, then click OK. So the first thing you do, you change this, rename this sheet 5 to the name of that is revenue by sales method.
revenue by what?
Sales method. You right click. So what will be in our values and what will be in our row? What will be in our values? What will be in our row for the revenue generated by sales method?
Sales method.
Eh?
Revenue in the values.
Okay.
Row sales method.
Okay, let's do that. Revenue will be in the value and sales method will be in the row. Let's sort from largest to smallest. Have you all done this?
Yes, sir.
Are we all here?
Yes.
Sir? Okay. So now let's move back to our data. I want to answer the next question. What's the next question, please?
By product in each region.
Yeah, in this region, yeah. Then you click on any point. You know how to add them notes. Then we click on insert. Go back to data. Go to insert. Are you doing it? So are you there?
Okay, yes. I'm back there.
Yeah, go back. Go click on insert in your tab.
Yes.
Then click on the pivot table drop down.
From
Then click on from table stroke range. It will give you the tab. Just check add this data to the data module. Then click on OK. So we've created a pivot table. Like I said, pivot table like it gives you the subsets of your data so that you can answer your objective. We first put our revenue inside the values. We drag the revenue inside the values. The states, we say that by states and by what? The product, right? We bring in the states, we bring in the product into the row. Then the states will be in our column. Eh? We are looking for revenue by products by state.
by product in each
Okay,
region.
by region. Oh, okay, revenue by product by region. Right click, tap color. I'll change this to blue. So now I'll remove this my state. I'll remove it. I'll look for my region. I'll drag my region here. So this is what we get by product by region. Yeah. So products will be on the row. Region will be in the column. So this one is going to tell us the product that is actually doing better in the region. But you see that we cannot actually see what is going on until when we visualize it. I just want us to do analysis first before we start bringing in our charts to visualize. It's a step at a time. We don't have to do this one and jump to the other one. Let's just finish our analysis. Then I will go by bringing in our charts, then go to visualization and dashboard. So what's the next answer? Yeah, no, don't sort it yet because it is 3 by 3 2 dimension. Don't sort it.
Can you generate it by year?
Okay, generated by year. Go back to your data, insert the drop down, pivot table drop down, and from table stroke range, check the add this data to data model, then click on OK. So do you have this? Well, that's just right. Change this to revenue by year.
Revenue by year.
Yep. Enter.
Question, sir.
Yes, sir.
The person that just added
Yeah.
is requesting that you shared your this level
Yeah.
so that he can
Continue.
he will now
I've sent it to the group. I've sent it to the group.
just
Yes, but the thing is that this guy was having issue. I don't know if he's going to work in his own. I've actually sent it to the group. But let him try and open that one. If it's going to work, I can send this one. Understand, sir? So check to tap color. Let him just try and check that one, sir. Okay, you just join. Okay, let me save. I'm coming. So let's answer that by ourselves. What will be where will year be? The year, where will it going to be? Yeah. No, is it your year is in your calendar table that you created. No, click on that all. All. Yeah, all. So they've sent a form to the group. Please, we should all pay answer to the attendance. So we want to answer for the year. Sir, I've sent it. So, sir, I've sent it. You check the group now. So sometimes, see, let's face the TV, the monitor. See, if your this active is alive, you click on this active, you will not see your calendar that you created. So you need to click on this all. So it will show you all the module in your data when you click on all. So now I want to do something that has to do with our calendar. That is here. So we are not using the dates that is in this fact table. We want to use the dates that we created from that power pivot. So we click on the calendar drop down. That is the arrow. Click on it. The year, we drag the year to the row. We come down on this fact table. We click on the arrow. We come down. We drag the revenue to the values. So this that's giving us this. So what's our next KPI?
revenue except by the year and the month.
The year and the month. So before we go for the year and the month, we want to do something. We want to do a representation.
Second measure. The second measure is percentage. Once we calculate our percentage now, right click and say add measure. The name of our measure is percentage. Percentage. So now, should I continue? It will be sum of revenue tab
Sum of revenue divided by that stroke mark divided by total revenue without filter. So that is it. So I'll click on OK. Should I wait or should I click on OK so I'll send it to the WhatsApp group so you can be seeing it. That the one in front of it. This one is the one we just created. The measure we just created. This sum of revenue is the one on our data. You understand? You understand? So I'll click on OK. So now let's do this. Let me screenshot and send to the group again. So I've sent it to the group. Let's go and look at the DAX formula. So now, are we all here?
Are you all getting it? You've done this, right? Are you all getting it? So are you getting it? Let me just. So look now. You see it here. So should we proceed? Should we proceed? Yeah. Which one? Revenue two. Revenue two. I just brought in this revenue and drag it down again, and I convert it through. But this one we are not using it. But I'm just showing you the defect. That once you go to the new two, this is what they mostly this is what they do. They just say show value as low column and whatever. And once you click on that filter, everything shows as 100%. Normally, it's not supposed to be like that. What that function is just for you to just like visualize what is going on. It's not meant for you to work with it. Just leave it like that. So now let's bring in our percentage. We've already calculated our percentage, right?
Let me bring it in. We'll drag your percentage, bring it to the value. can see that it's showing 1 1. You select the two. You say right click. You say format number, percentage. Oh, percentage. Oh, why? Mm, no, no, no. So now I'll click on any points in the data. Then I'll go to insert. I'll go to the pivot table drop down. Then I'll click on from table stroke range. I'll check this and I'll click on OK. It's working now, right? See. Yeah, I went to go and you went to go and press one or two things. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you didn't save it. Jeez. So now, mm, we're in our pivot table now. We want to get our KPI. So then we go to our revenue. Inside your facts table, drag your revenue into your values. So automatically it's going to give you sum of revenue. Don't go and drag that one we calculated though, the total revenue with that filter. Because when you are slicing, it will not change. We've already told the system that don't apply filter to this value. So that's not what we're going to drag. We're going to drag the revenue, the one that we've used before. So it will give us sum of revenue. So what's the next KPI? Average total value. Average total value is area order value. Average order value is total revenue divided by total number of transactions. It's just like the average of the revenue. Average of the revenue. Though we can say, I can say let's do DAX for it. But why don't you just use it just like put it here and do average? Like we bring it down our revenue and bring it down here. Then convert and click on the drop down here and change the value fit settings. Then we change it to average. Let me do it again. I brought in another revenue, drag enter inside the value, right? It's going to show two revenue. Now when I is showing sum of revenue two, there's a drop down arrow beside it. Just click on it. It's going to show you options. You see that field value field settings. Click on it. Eh? It's not showing what? What is not showing, sir? So it's going to give you option of sum, count, average, and max and mean and standard deviation. You drag another one, another revenue inside. See, look at it. Look at it, man. See, I have one revenue. Look at here. Look here, man. I have one revenue here. I'll come here. I'll drag in another revenue inside. Yeah, it's not showing. It's showing now. It's showing. Then I'll click on the drop down, field settings. Then I'll go to the average and I'll click on OK. So normally the position does not matter. Oh. The position does not matter. It depends on what is here. That's what is going to be showing in this place. So now let's look for what's the next KPI, please. Profit margin. No, we're not doing that. We already moved our profit. What's the next one? Number of transaction. Number of transaction is the count of what? Index ID. Index ID is the number of transaction. Index ID records each transaction that took place. You understand? Your index ID is your primary key. So we're going to count that index ID. That is, it gives you your number of transaction. So drag our index ID. You drag it to the values. Now let's look at what I'm saying. That index ID. You remember that is a text value. The system cannot do sum on it. It can only just do count and distinct counts on it. So drag it into the values. It's going to give us the total number of transaction. Have you done that? Have you done that? Undo what?
If something is here, like if I put something here, I don't want it to show again. I can just click on it and drag it to this point. It will leave you. It's going to go. You understand, sir? Like if I don't want anything to show, like this average revenue now. If I want to remove it, I will click like this total revenue. Sir, sir, look at it. If I want to remove something here, I don't want it to be showing again. In this place, in this point, I don't want to be showing again. I'll come here. I'll click on this total revenue. I'll drag it. I'll bring it here. I'll leave it. It has removed. If I want to bring it back, I'll scroll down. I'll click on it. I'll drag it back inside. It has come back. So we said we want to do total number of transactions. Total number of transaction is the count of your index. That's the total number of transaction. Because that index number, it takes record of each transaction that is taking place. So we'll drag this one. We drag it to our values. We have gotten this. That is 350. Is the total number of transaction. Are we all here? Count of here. It's counting it. It's a text. So Excel cannot just only count. Yes. Yes. It's correct. Mine should be showing count. Count of index ID. Sum of revenue. I just have three values. No, leave it. I have average. One is average. Let me increase my screen. So what's the next one? I want us to touch that board today so that we can get to hear growth. Growth rate and what again? Just only four KPI. Profit margin, we remove profits. We're not doing profit margin. Total number of year-to-year growth rate. Okay. Let me see. And with you, sir, we can count number of units sold. The reason why I remove it. So most of the time, see, that's product. We have the beginning of the revenue. You understand? If we have beginning of the revenue, how are we sure that our product is actually correct? The profit is actually correct. From where the cost of production is not being spent. So even, let me just take for example. Let me now bring in this. See, if you are doing a sales analysis, don't try to bring in your total profit. That one is mainly for finance analysis. That you want to check the the stability of the business, how the business is running. Sales analysis is for you to check how the business is selling. It doesn't count from how maybe the business is making progress or not. So now the next one is growth rate. Let's bring in our total products sold. After that normal products sold, we can get it from I'll rename it. The total products sold, we can get it from our units sold. Then drag it down to your values. Just drag it down to your values. Units sold, drag it down to your values. Units sold, please. Drag your units sold to your values. Drag your units sold to values. So this one has given us the total number of products that was sold. So now I want to calculate year to year growth. The main reason why we are doing those power query and all those things after is what? Not because of just this KPI, this year to year growth. You understand? And say that our current year revenue, our year to year growth, it is current year minus previous year divided by previous year's revenue. Current year minus previous year divided by previous year's revenue. Sorry. So it's going to be year to year. I gave us. You've already written it already. So now we want to let's get our current year revenue. We want to get our current year revenue. Let's go. We want to create a measure for calculating our current year revenue. We right click here. We say add. Let's right click on our fast. That's this point here. Right click here. That fast table. Right click here and click on add measure. So the measure name will be what? CY revenue. Yeah. Yes, current year revenue. It's going to be CY revenue. The value description I tell you is optional. So for us to calculate the current year, one house please. I said that we need to do. We are using time intelligence function. An example of time intelligence function is total YTD. Total YTD is part of time intelligence function. You say T total drop down, you come down YTD. You say tab total YTD. So it's going to ask for what's the expression total YTD. Total year to days, yeah. So it's asking us for our what's it called expression. We say sum revenue. We put comma. Come back here. Click here. Put comma. No, now it's asking for our date. We say calendar date. That's all. Calendar date, yeah. Make sure you put comma. After that sum of revenue, you put comma, calendar date, then close the bracket. So this one will calculate your current year revenue. Then we'll click on OK. Yes, sum of revenue. So now this is eh?
Calendar, close the bracket. Close the bracket. Let me screenshot and send to the group. Why? So why is not invalid? Yeah, they are getting along. They are very. Hey, they are getting along. They are getting along. It's just all those people that doesn't have system. Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, they are getting along. They are getting along.
It's showing invalid what? Has it gone? So are we in the same place? Are we? Date. Yes. Reason why I'm using date this time around because we want to calculate for the day, not for the date, not for the year. So let's calculate for the PY. PY revenue. That is previous year revenue.
So we'll go back to our flat table. We right click. Have you all right click? Add measures. Then we'll say PY revenue. PY revenue. That is previous year revenue. That is PY revenue. So our formula is going to be calculate sum revenue, comma, calendar. No, same period last year. Same period. Yeah, sum revenue. Same period last year, comma, same period last year. Same period last year is the time intelligence formula. Then I'll say calendar date. I'll close the brackets twice. Not one time, two times. Then I'll click on OK. Okay, yeah, I'll send it to the group. I'll send it to the group. Yeah, it's PY, previous year. It's just we want to use to calculate our year to year growth. Yes. No, we actually got it. Don't worry. Oh yeah, let's move forward. Let's move forward to our Y to Y year-to-year growth. Year-to-year growth. Are we all done with this? Sir, are you done? Sir. Oh yeah, let's go to year-to-year growth. It's for us to see our year-to-year growth. Yeah. No. It's for us to calculate our year-to-year growth. Like our business, like take for example, you know what they call year-to-year growth. You want to compare last year with this year growth. That's what we are doing this for. Normally, we say that we should calculate it without using this formula. There will be a lot of lapses. It will not be dynamic. That was why the Excel actually did all this time intelligence function. You understand? So we say year to year growth. So year to year growth is equals to, you open the bracket. Eh? No, 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 no. You need to follow the IntelliSense. You need to. If error is year to year growth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You understand? I can't be writing year to year now. Like no, why you why? That's what they should do it. No, you can write it to you what you can write year to year now. You can write year to year growth. Is the name of your function. You can write it. Okay, you can write year to year growth on the measure name, Abi. Yes, you can write year to year. Yeah. So, but just that this that dark formula, no, you cannot. Yeah, please let's do that one.
And let's visualize our growth. Do you know why I put in this? Do you know why I put in this if error? If error. Do you know why I put in this if error? One house, please. Okay. Did you know why I put in that if error there? You don't know why. The reason why I put in that if error is that. Let's take for example, our previous year is our first year is 2021, right? Our previous year is 2022. If you pick on previous 2022, 2020, I mean, if you pick on 2020, there is no previous year. So it's going to bring out error. So for us to handle that error, we now tell it that if error shows zero, you understand? Don't worry, when you get there, you understand. will always show error when, if you click on 2022, it will show error. Why is it going to show error? Because there is no previous year. So for us to undo that error, that's why I'll put if error show 0. And again, when you're writing tax formula, please don't try to write all the whole thing. Like, don't try to write all the thing. If the thing is giving 30 cents, just be checking and the system knows what you want to do. You understand? It knows what you want to do. When you're trying to say you want to outsmart it and start writing it, you might miss some comma, you might miss some brackets.
But okay, the system does not really add brackets, or does it?
The brackets.
Is it just
You can only open the bracket if you want to close it
Okay, if you
yourself.
want to close it, because I had that problem.
Yes. If you want to close it
no?
yourself.
There's no bracket. Let's say it's straight up. Even when you open it.
KPI. So what's the next thing you want to get? One, two, three, four. Okay, now let's bring in our white here to here rows. We drag it, bring it inside here. So it's going to show like this. Look at it here. Sorry. So now let's format this to a percentage. Just click on this yes here rows. Have we drag it in?
Yes.
Sir, have we drag it in? Sir. Drag your yes to here rows inside the product, inside your values. Have you dragged it in? Sir. Don't write English. Just start. Yeah, go back again. Start. Where's the previous? Where's the previous one? Where's the previous? Where's the previous? Okay, okay. What's the time now? We can go somewhere. Eh? Eh? Let's go for 10 minutes break, please. 15 minutes is okay, so that we'll just close around there. At least we've done. I'm coming. We've done that part. Let's go for 10 minutes. 15 minutes break. let's continue.
One last please. Um, if you want this thing showing full calendar, let's do it this way. Click. Have you got to this point? Click on manage. So that place that you have month there. Have you seen month? You see month. Yeah, click on it. It should show you the formula. How many M did you have there? How many? You have 3M. It's supposed to be showing. No, wait. Go to. Is it day? Day. Days of the week. How many D do you have? 4D. Remove one. Okay. So back. You've gotten something like this, right? Okay, good. So what's the next one? Let's visualize the next one. We want to know. Once we visualize this, I say we're going to check on any point in our pivot table. So it's going to show us this place. Sir, let's the next one. Total revenue by retailer. Sir, total revenue by retailer, sir. Sir, have you seen it, sir? Okay. Did you have you click on this any points in the data set in the pivot table? It's going to show us this thing. Then click on pivot table analyze. Under the tools, on top the tools, that is in the tools section, click on pivot chart. Did you see pivot chart? Click on this. If you click here, this number inside the pivot chart, pivot table, click on pivot table analyze. Right? The tools section, click on pivot chart. So we're going to ask us what do we want to use. We want to use our pie chart here. Then we'll click on OK. So do you all have this? Sir, are we there? Sir.
I'm going to go and click on that instead of the chat. So let's continue. When I say start, pivot chart. Pie chart. Let's go continue. Since let me be putting for here. So the next one, let's get for by sales.
Total revenue by retailer. So now I want to go for total revenue by sales. We are going to use a column chart for this one too as well. Let me see. I'm coming. There's this thing I. So now let's do. You click here, right? It's going to be showing the pivot table field. Is it showing pivot table field, sir? Hello? Then go to pivot table analyze. Then go to pivot chart. Pivot chart. Under the tools section. Tools section. So now we are looking for bar charts. What is bar charts? Then we'll click on OK. Right click. Say sort from smallest to largest. So we can see that what is it called? Install as the IES. Outlet second by and online. Are we all here? Are we all done this? Eh? Or should I do it again? Okay, let's go to revenue by region. Revenue by products by region. Click on any point in the data. Then go to pivot analyze. Go to pivot chart. Then we'll choose this one. You see, something actually happened. This is our chart. Let me expose us to something. Let's look up, please. Let me expose us to something. You can see that this product is showing us based on our region. This is the region here. Like if you say that okay, just for her in this region, this this is the value that was sold in that region. But this is not really giving us a real analysis the way it's supposed to be. I would have advised that we have our region, then we now compare it to the product. Like let's take for example now, if I right click here and I say change select data and I say switch row column, what happened? This data that was here before has switched to the up. This one that was here has switched to the row. You understand? So I'll click on OK. So it has given me a better view of what is going on here. So in the central region, we can say that just for her is making a lot of sales, followed by somewhere. You understand? This one gives you a real analysis what is going on in that region. Yes, I should do it again. Control Z. Control Z, I'm coming. Okay, look at it. Do we all get this? We all here. I want to change the row and the column. You understand? I'll bring my mouse here. I'll say right click. Inside the chart, I'll right click. I'll choose the option of select data. Do we all see select data? Eh? Yeah, we'll click on select data. So I'll just check switch row stroke column. I'll click on it. So what is going to happen? The this information that was here before is they exchange themselves. So I'll click OK. So this one has given me a better view of what is actually going on. I'll know that
Work in Excel.
this is all
No, as in when you're just working with text in Excel and stuff.
text like how like
Just Excel text and normal. Can you switch?
no like in Excel
Yes.
like in row and column.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Oh. Uh, it's actually not needed now. Okay, like maybe the data from that point
Yes.
and bring it to that. I'll make research on that yet. I've not really touched that before. So now we can see what is going on. Like in West, there's one product that is not sold there. There's one product that is not sold in West. We can see that's just for men. Just for men, they are not buying just for men in the West region. In the South, they are about patronizing just for men very well. And in the North, one product is not being sold. That's Kampala footwear. Yeah, you understand. And in the Central region, everything is being sold, but just female beach wear that has low patronization, followed by just for men. So let's move to the next analysis. Let's visualize our next analysis. Okay, this one we will need to really pay attention to because we want to do. There's this chart, like a donut chart. So we want to do. Are we in this revenue by year? Eh? Revenue by year, yes. Are we all year? Eh? Okay. So now there's this chart. You want to do this chart? Let me show us how the chart look like. There's this chart. This chart is the revenue for 2000 and this for 2023. This one is for 2002. Understand? But what we want to do is that we want to do a donut chart. This donut chart that we are seeing here is a custom. We will customize it. It's not this one. This donut chart that we're seeing here. It was customized. It's not in Excel. Though it's in Excel, but if I actually say that I want to just visualize this figure that is here, understand, and not, and I want to create my own space, I need to do that calculation for getting this space that is here because there is this empty space that is here that cover up or just like a speedometer. When you have a speedometer, sir, something like pie chart should do, just to tweak things now. At least, when you see things like that, how is it being done? You understand? Though if I said I should use pie chart, we'll move on, we'll do it.
Now I do that calculation
That pie,
of
okay,
the empty space.
of that empty space, yeah.
Two
Yeah, if we
partitions
get
will
it,
just
should do it.
calculate that.
That pie chart will just divide the two here. But what we want to do is that we want to now put our percentage of that percentage representation of those this thing inside this O here. That we just want to tweak our design. So now it's a little bit complex, but if we pay attention, we'll get it. So this is what we'll do first. We'll first call out our value. We say equals to B for equals to A for. So let's plot our value, please. Equals to, I don't know, my own cell number might be different from your own cell number. You understand? We all, at least we thought this is the first thing we treat in the first day we were doing Excel. How to call out a cell. You understand? How did I get my A, how did I get my B4? B from the column side and 4 because when you bring this and this I'll get its value. You understand? So let's do that, please. Let's do it together. So this one I want to let's do it together. I'll say equals to, let's do it please. So A4. Have you all done it? Enter and drag down. Autofill. I can actually take here and drag like this. And drag down again. So we've gotten that, alright? Okay. We now say equals to, we want to calculate our allowance. That space, that empty space that we want to calculate it. We now say max tab. Then we select this range. Then we'll close the bracket. Then we'll say shift and 8. 1.25. Oh, enter. Max. Let me. This is the formula here. Up here. That this value you're having inside here, it depends on where you call out your value. My own is C, the range of C10. My own is C10. Your might be D10. Your might be E10 also. You understand? Max is just max. Open bracket. This C9, it is where your 2000 and 2022 revenue is. This what was it called? Average sign, showing that you are looking for the range of the maximum between this one and this one.
Why 1.25?
Why 1.25? That's the allowance. That's just the allowance. When you get the maximum within the two, the reason why you're adding that 1.25 is that, no, when I get my maximum, yeah, which is this one is my maximum, right? Within these two, if I did not multiply it, if I multiply it by 1, definitely if I do a chart with that value, the donut chart will just be full. There will not be space. So that 1.25 that I'm multiplying to it is giving us a value that will help us give us a allowance.
But it's not fixed.
Fixed like
Like the same 1.5.
1.5. Yeah, you can use 1.5, but the thing is, don't make it too big so that, yeah. Eh? Eh? What's that? I don't know you.
Because normally that's allowed to you that but when you want to show that okay, there is the expected, like a target. So you actually brought up something that I need to explain. Yeah, then just explain to them. Explain. Maybe it will be very explanatory for you.
figure now is assume, let's just assume that is the target revenue, like a budget we are expected to like a kind
Yes.
of target that the company is supposed to meet up, is supposed to, to achieve at the end of the year, sales revenue. But now they did not meet up the target. This is what they got this 2022, and this is what they got. So we now want to measure this against this. That's when it will be communicating a better, it will be giving us a better communication by the time you present it on chart. If you just present this on chart directly, the chart will be showing 100%. And when the chart is showing 100%, it's not saying anything to us. I don't know, maybe we get. So that's why we created, like, you create that margin, that percentage of that maximum value, to be the expected. As a data analyst, that you are the one that is creating that. You want to present an
Like
information.
like something like
You
this.
go to the.
This that is like what he's trying to say.
That is, this is what I'm trying to say now. Now, the 2023 value is this white place, because the expected value is bigger than
I
the
was going to ask that question.
revenue that was eventually generated. So you can see that anybody that is looking at this chart now will know that, oh, in 2023 they did not the level of revenue that was generated did not meet up to the target,
Which is this place?
which is this place. So that's why we introduce that
But
1.25.
Two 5.
it doesn't justify the the variance in
By the
the other
time,
place.
you will see the beauty of it. By the time we bring in slicer and begin to slice this thing, I begin to like dig deeper. You want to slicing is like you are analyzing based on, take for example now, I want to see the performance of sales method in store. By the time we click this one now, you will see all these figures will change, and it will be giving you the decision of the activities of in store, sales channel, and definitely the value here will change. So you can now measure that, oh, the in-store in 2023 performs, this is the level of, because there's a way we could still do it, that percentage, you bring it inside here, and it will now be showing you the percentage of their performance in each year. So at that point in time, you are able to measure, and the chart will be able to communicate a message. But if you just leave it at that single, the normal value that they have there, this the chart will be showing 100%.
No, let me.
And when you are changing it, when you are slicing it or analyzing it further, it will still be showing you the 100%. So you will not know
Exact.
an executive summary. Somebody wants to see what's happening here. The person will not be able to understand.
So,
But by that, we'll be able to send a message across that, oh, this is the activity of this, revenue performance. I don't know if I'm able to pass across this thing.
so now let's move forward. We'll subtract this from this, and we'll subtract this from this. We know how to lock our cell, right?
Yes.
What, so lock our cell, yes. We would lock this cell and use it to subtract this and subtract this. So it's going to be equals to, um, we are locking this in the row as is. You see, D, put dollar, and I'll put 8, yeah, minus, and I'll click on this. I'll say enter, and I'll drag it down. So now let's see what is going to happen when I select this. I'll go to this time around. No, I'm not working with pivot table. I'm working with data that is outside the pivot table. I'll go to insert. I'll go to the donut, and I'll go to donut. See, Control Z.
No, no, no.
You see the magic that is going on. So now, take for example now, if I try to like remove this value, and I'll click on this. See what it's showing. And even I remove that value and I use only this one. It's not measuring anything.
Sorry, sir. This 11619, how triggers this value?
That is the that's what he just that is what he just explained just now. Just take for example now, like a projection. This is what you are expected to meet. This is what you are expected to meet, like 1.5% of maybe you want to go like 1.5% of the listening. So you are projecting to that point. So let's do this together. Have we done the calculation? We've done the calculation. We've gotten this. We've gotten this figure.
Not yet. We are on it.
Okay, we are on it. Okay, for the calculation, look at this on the TV. See, this is the formula. See, don't use my cell referencing. Use your own cell referencing. Use what is inside your own cell, your workbook. Mine is showing D8. It's because my figure is in D8. If your own is in D10, use D10. Eh?
So, what do you have here?
You are even confused.
I should not come. I should not comment outside. Look at it. When you know,
See, because as I'm looking at it, getting see,
these are the instructions. Give it to yourself. Give it yourself.
No, I'm not saying it's not the distance is the issue, but exactly okay, what is the blue part?
1.656.
Eh? What is the question now is what is the blue part? What is the orange part? What is the
Okay, the blue part is your main part.
against
Against the assumed targets that you are looking at. It's like you're reading. It is reading.
okay. Okay, so that one something, maybe I don't know if it's 1 million or 11 million.
Yes.
Up.
Yes.
That's like the orange.
That is no. That's not the. Okay. That is which orange? This one. This one here. This is it here.
Okay.
Our main value. This is it here.
Oh, okay, so
Just like okay. Just realize this is our target. We are looking at as a business. We want to meet this target, right? If it's just as if you're doing a speedometer, it goes like this. When it reaches this point, definitely it will get to this point. You understand? So for us to calculate this our target, we actually use the maximum value of this times 1.25. So it gives us the allowance, like a target. Let's say assume target.
I'm coming. So
sir,
if
still is not changing.
hold on. Please click this. So we're on this, Abby. That's
Yeah,
for
on this. We
this.
are on this here.
Okay.
See, look at it.
Okay, let click this. Let me see.
Look
Let
at
me
it.
see.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at the value. This is the value.
Okay.
118. This is it. This other one. This is the original.
Okay, the other one. Okay. Click the second one. Yes.
I've not done the second. I've not done. I'm giving the for this.
Oh, so this is for the first
First
one.
one.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
do two. It is two.
Our own value is two.
the second one?
Sorry, sir. Type instance.
Sorry.
Regular class.
No, no, no. Select these two.
This
No,
two.
no. These two. Then go to insert. Insert, insert, insert.
Do you know why
Yeah.
I'm not doing this in drop down?
Drop down. No, no, not pivot table. We're not working on pivot table.
We only have PK
No,
analysis.
this chart, this one.
We only have PK analysis.
Do you know why we have to go through insert? We didn't go through pivot table because the charts we are working on, we call it out of the pivot table. You understand? That's why we went through insert. So let's do the second chart. We'll select this, select the other one, then we'll go through insert. Say you want to insert this donut here. Click on the drop down, then click on donut. So let's in the title, let's double click on this. Let's change this as 2003 and resize.
2020. This one.
Hey, 2020. So this one, I want to bring out the title. I'll click here. I'll say, I'll check on the chart title. Then I'll double click. Control A. I'll put it on. 2022. So let's do that. Are we here? Done. So what's the next one? Revenue by year. Revenue by year and this thing. Let's see the magic that is going to happen here. These are revenue by year and this. Revenue by year by month. So are we all here? We want to bring in our visualization. I want us to touch dashboard today, please. I want us to touch dashboard today. Dashboard. We touch dashboard today. Let's click on the pivot table. Go to pivot table analyze. Go to pivot table. Click on the pivot table. Pivot table analyze. Are we on there, sir? Then go to click on pivot chart. Then click on OK. Let's see what you see what is going on here. Eh? I should recap. I'll click on any points in my data pivot table. I'll go to pivot table analyze. Have you all done that? Pivot pivot chart under the tools. Then I'll click OK. This is what we want to use. This chart. There's something that is going on here. You see, this is our April, August, December, February, January, and blah 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 like this. Excel is sorting it through alphabetical order. It's not sorting it by January, February, March, and this thing. But we need to go and tell it. This is how we want it. Let's go back to our power pivot.
Yeah. Click on manage. Are we on in the date? We're in the date, right? Do you have something like this? Okay. Then we click on this January. Let's click on the column. Have you clicked on the column? Highlight it. Then go to sort by. Click on sort by. See column by. It's going to ask you sort month. It's asking for which column do you want to sort by. You click on the drop down. You see it month number. You click on month number. Then you click on. Have you clicked on month number? Then you click on OK. Then if you have done that, just cancel it. So you see what is going on. It's sorted, right? Sort by month number. So the way of have is the visualization has changed. January, February, March. Sorry, you got it.
The other one, sort is column.
Okay, let me do it again. I'll go to pivot table, manage. So I'll click on the month.
Yes,
Did you select it?
yes,
The sort by column under fit sort and filter.
yes,
Click on the drop down. Click on sort by.
yes,
A tab will show. It's asking you sort column month. The next one is by. That is, you want to sort that column by what? By month number. Choose month number. Then you choose month number. You click on OK. Have you all done that? Then we'll click cancel. So automatically it's going to sort it for us. So we have January. See, now something that is going on here. In 2023, we have the highest revenue, and they only just sold for just 3 months. They only sold for 3 months, and the they have the highest revenue compared to what they have last year, which they sold from January to December. So that let's do the next one. So we want to do dashboard. Dashboard. We've actually done our visualization. In that dashboard, let's beside our KPI, let's go to KPI. Click on KPI. Right click on KPI. Click on insert. Do you have something like this? Do we? Then we'll click on. Sir, are you there? No. Go to KPI, sir.
yes. Right tap.
KPI.
Yes. Right tap.
Sir,
You know the right. You know the right.
right click,
Insert.
insert,
Yes.
and OK. So rename this. We just rename this to dashboard. Dashboard. We change the tab color. Dashboard. Okay. Ma, tab color. Yeah, change it to tab color. Change the tab color. Any color you want. Any color you want, man. So are we all here? I'm looking for something. Let me see.
Which one do you prefer? Some of this thing like
Are we all here? So let's proceed. Oh no, I really need to remove this thing. More commands. Show tab below add. Hmm. This is not funny. Okay, let me check this. Yeah, hide that. I dey come view. Okay, okay. So now, let's go to view. Let's click on view. The view. You see this drop down here. Let's click on this drop down. View, view under the tab. Go to view. It will show you all these the ribbon section. Click on the drop down. Did you see this show ribbon? This drop down that is here, the edge. Uh, Okay. By the right corner, view. If you click on view, ma. Do you see this drop down at the right side of your system? Just down. This drop down here. Look at my system here. Look at my drop down. Look at my arrow here. Did you see it?
Something like pain that is showing there on the system.
Pin. Like pin, like arrow now, pointing down.
Yeah, but this one is not pointing out. This one is showing pain.
Pin.
So when you click it, what will show?
Did you
Pin.
when you click on, did you see something like this? Did you see show ribbon?
is the drop is actually a raw. It is closing it.
Okay, some of them have pin. Okay, so okay, some their one is off. Some people their one is off. Look at it here. Okay, screen mode. Click on full screen mode.
So I should click show tabs or command line.
Click on full screen mode.
It is still showing, but
Full screen mode.
that's although I did one.
So, auto hide ribbon.
Now let me try.
The one is auto hide ribbon. If the one is off
It's
there,
no
auto
auto hide
auto hide
ribbon.
ribbon.
If you
Auto
check
hide
it,
ribbon.
hide
Auto
ribbon.
add
If you
hide
check
ribbon.
that, if you find that APS yourself,
The one is up there. It's up there. No, yeah, yeah. Click on it.
file data analysis. Yeah, at the end it will
Auto
say
hide ribbon.
identity vulnerability. So yeah, it's if you want to try it, use that command.
So the next thing we do is we want to off our formula bar. Let's off our formula bar. We go up, you click on this tab, this up corner. Under our view, we uncheck formula bar. Uncheck the formula bar. Under the view section, the view, uncheck formula bar. Have you unchecked it? Huh?
It's now disappear. Everything has disappeared.
No, don't uncheck everything. Leave the grid lines and the header.
Let's see.
Leave the grid line and the header. Just uncheck the formula bar first. Uncheck the formula bar, then come down and just click down. So are you having something like this? uh So we want to, this is what we want to do. We want to cut parts of our sheet that is not needed. You want to use this, or this our screen from here to you. That's just want to use for visualize our dashboard. We don't want a situation whereby we will select all these parts and the screen will be extending. So we want to cut the part that is needed. And we can see this place is taking, there's a, like if you add this point to this point to this place, because all this 1 2 3 will still be removed. This row as is will still be removed. If we say we should add it to this u, it's going to be full. So we start from v, we leave the u and start from v. Your own, it depends on your screen of your system. You understand? You can just leave allowance of half. Like my own, I left, my system ends in u. You understand? I left allowance of half of a column. Then for v, I will delete everything. So your own is in one what column? What is this end? X W. Your own is what?
Same thing here.
Same thing you. You are doing the right thing. It depends on the system screen.
Same
It
thing
depends on
here.
the system screen. Because my screen and your screen is the same thing. Your own is W.
So if you want to if you include this to this,
The kind that you have not
but if you
considered.
move this thing, it will go. If you don't close this thing, when you close this thing, close it. No, now
Do like so.
all is
Like
say make sure
those are
I did not
intricacies.
I did not open A1.
But
Make sure it's A1.
when you see that one, you
A1. So I'll leave allowance of half of my coding. So I'll just leave it like, okay, I'll just leave U from V, then I'll pause. So let's put into practice. So from V, uh, I'll select V, I'll come here, I'll click on V, I'll say Control plus and the right button. Control and plus. Put your hand on Control and plus.
Which plus?
No, Control and Shift. Sorry,
Your SS.
Control and Shift.
SS.
Control.
Place your hand on Control Shift. Don't remove your hand.
Control.
Control Shift.
Okay. Control shift.
Place your hand, your two hand there. Then click on the press the right arrow button. Right arrow button.
Okay.
It will select everything from the other side. Then you say right click and you say hide. You right click on the shaded part and you click on hide. So it will cut all those parts that is selected.
Shift. Control six.
Eh? Control Shift right. You should select all those parts. Then you right click. Let me do it again. One more time. See, let's do it. Let me do it again. Assuming your own ending, like my own ending, U. I'll start from V. I'll click on this top here, up here. I'll put my hand in Control Shift. I'll place my hand in the two, and I'll press my right key. I'll press it once. It will select everything from the right hand side, and I'll come here to inside that area. I'll right click. It's going to give me options. Then I'll click on hide. Do you all get it? Okay.
Hide is not showing. Hide is not showing.
Oh,
It's not showing it.
your system, eh?
This thing is manual. The thing is leaving.
So let's proceed.
It's not done with the line.
We want to cut the row axis. Just the way we left allowance for the just the way we left allowance for the column axis, we're going to leave allowance for the row axis. If your own ends in 34, leave just one row. Make cut from 35. If it ends in 31, leave one row. 40. It ends in 40, leave one row and cut from 32. That is, leave 41 and cut to 30, 42. Mine ends in 33. I will leave 34 and cut 35. So I'll go down to 35. I'll select it from this edge. Look at it. From this edge, I'll click on it. I'll press Ctrl and Shift with the down arrow, with the down key. Then I'll right click and I'll click on hide. So back, I'll click on this top bar to show my ribbon again. Then I'll go down to view, click on view, uncheck the headers and uncheck the grid. So this is our workspace that we're working on. Uncheck the header and the grid. So there's one more thing we want to do. We want to change our default colors. We want to change our default colors.
We did not see it though.
Eh?
The previous step.
Where are you?
We are in supply.
Eh?
We've done that of the U column view.
Okay, want to do the other one.
Yes, sir.
before you cut this row, before you cut this row as is, make sure your formula bar is off. I want to take it again. They say some people did not get it. Before you cut this your row as is, make sure your formula bar is off. If not, it's going to distort your dashboard. So my formula bar is off. I'll click on this. Are you there, bro?
Yes, sir.
So my own ends in 33, right? So I said I'm going to leave one one row as an allowance. If it ends in 33, I will choose from 35. I'll leave 34 as allowance. I don't know about your own. Your own might be 40, your own might be 31 or so. So just leave one row as allowance. Then I'll click this and I'll say Control Shift and down. Then I'll say right click and I'll say hide. So back to where I was. I'll click up. I'll go to view. I'll uncheck the header. I will uncheck the grid. So we've gotten our workspace. We want to change our default color. We want to change our default color. Click up. You go to page layout. Let's go to page layout, please. Yeah. Go to page layout. Hello, I'm still in class. Hello.
Let me see.
Are we on page layout?
Yes.
So let's click on the color drop down. The first, the first section, you see theme. Click on the color drop down. Click on customize colors. It's going to show you something like this. Do you have something like this? No. Okay, back again. Page layouts. Are we on page layout? Why?
Eh? Why is it small like this? This. Jesus. Jesus.
So page layouts. I'll click on the color. So this I'll give us a color codes that we're going to use. You can select color, but it might actually slow our time. I want us to do something automatically. You understand? Uh, page layout. So once we change this color, I think we are done for today. So tomorrow we start from dashboard. Let's go to text background dark one. Text background dark one. So you see, that's when that place where you see the hexagon. This is how you change your first color. I've actually sent the first color. You click on the drop down. This place where you see text color background dark one. Just click the color drop down. You click on the drop down. Go to more colors. Go to click on custom. It will show you where to insert your code. Yes, more color. This is it. If you are in this point, click on the drop down. Yeah, from the first one, yeah. The drop down. Then you click on more colors. Are we all here? Then click on custom. Hello, sir. I've sent what's it called, code to our dashboard. If you check where you see that number, there's this number I sent. Um, A0A0. That is our X, HEX. Replace that hash 000 to that number where you see it there. This number that you see here. Replace this with this value. This value. Sir? We hash will be there, sir. So let me start bringing in the rest. So the next one I'll bring is according to the how you see it there. If we not do this one, if we want to say you should start changing colors one after the other, we will stay here. Let's just do that this one then. We'll call it for the day. Uh, no, don't change that. Just change the hexagon. Those don't press OK yet. Don't press save. Don't press save. Just press OK. Don't press save. Eh? So as I'm sending it is according to the
Okay, as we pick this, what do we do next before the next lesson?
eh?
What do we do after?
Look at it. If I okay, let for example that if I changes, I'll just once I change it, I'll just click here. I'll not click save yet.
You said
Once I change the color by going to more and I go to custom and I change it, I just click OK. That's all.
okay.
Don't press save yes yet.
Then I can do okay.
You can do OK here.
Then go back to
Then we'll go to more colors and no,
the second one.
the second one is the thing. The second no, the thing is that as I'm sending the colors, it's respective to all those this all those label. So let me now make an explanation. So this third one that I sent now, so that I will not make mistake. This third one that I sent now is for this, for the text background dark 2. Understand? Yeah. E. Eh? Or should I just be copying the number, be sending to the group instead of just putting the it should be represent as it should be according to we should not change the position. We should not change the position. The color should be according to the place I'm putting it. So don't change the position. Well done, sir. Let's leave that hyperlink and the follow link. Let's leave that. Just stop at our send since. This hyperlink, we should not change it. We should stop here. So the first color I sent for this, second color for this, third color for this, fourth color for this. It goes like that. Save here. You can see that my color has changed. My all my charts has changed color. Instead of me going one after the other and start changing my color, all my charts has changed colors. So we are done for today. Let us save our work. Tomorrow we'll do our dashboard. So for the dashboard, Control A, right click. Let us finish that, shall
Come back for this one. So for our projects, I'll do us two projects. We're doing project next week. We do our project next week. We do our project next week. But I'll bring a strong one. I'll bring two. Eh? Easter. Oh, that's true. We're not meeting next week. So it's even good. It's even advantage for us. Eh? Yes. It's even a good thing for us. So I don't know. Maybe we can be doing two. So I would like to merge two into one a team project. Then the next one a same project. The reason why I'm doing this is that you know some of us that are still lagging behind, we can always help ourselves to bring ourselves up to speed. So don't worry. Tomorrow I have to communicate with the admin. Let me know how next week will do. But I'm not sure we're coming here tomorrow. What is start? Color. You can say the color have changed. I thought side did not do that whole change role and color. Check on my own. Central East. That means
Your,
you did not do it according to
your color is China color.
probably you did not. I'm not even sure. So that's your color is different.
Your own is
No,
coastal
yeah,
color.
it's not
Now
working.
you
It's
just
not.
China. Okay, so the whole essence of this to change the colors
Yes.
is that.
Normally,
So there's no other.
there's other way, but that one is tedious.
That one is more tedious than this one.
Yes, now.
Ah,
More tedious than this
ah.
one.
Why is it this? It shouldn't be.
And again, your color will be uniform. Now, just take for example. Now you have this just for R here. Your just for R in another place will be the same color. It will not be different. let's save our work. Tomorrow we'll continue.
How do you save it?
Just come to this point.
That's fine.
Then click on save. Okay, it's not there. It's not showing. Click save here.
Save.
Or Control
Control
X.
S.
Yeah. Should
It didn't save. It save as. The first thing it did was
No, no, save as. That means you want to rename your work, or probably you want to.
Am I saving?
No, it's no. This one.
Ah,
This
let
is
me
not what
know
I,
if
this is not
you
what I
use
said.
it.
This is not what I said. Look at look at the way I sent my work. The first color is AOA7F72. Did you write that? Let me resend it.
I have to resend it. Why?
You're actually not getting it.
It was on the group. Why? If you resend it, see the same thing now.
Please let me see your color.
Which color?
So
Any assignment?
assignment, we have assignment, we have assignment. See, and again, I would like to say something. See, we did not do well last week. The assignments that we drop for today, nobody, as in, it's only few of us that attempt to it.
Most of
Like
us, most of us were
showing
actually.
that as we cannot really,
No,
you know,
most of us were
what we
actually
learn
showing
in
that.
class.
Me, I did everything
Yes, sir.
except one. Even I can show you now.
Yes.
It's this the network
It's
challenges.
not
It's
making it clear.
system issues. It's
System
system
issues.
issue. And you don't see. You don't see. We're all having system issue. Honestly,
Everybody,
it was so painful because if you were in my,
no, the
I
thing
could
is
not
that,
sleep because
yeah,
of all this thing.
wow.
Honestly, just for me to submit this, it's showing me, show you too. I have nothing, not even my voice when I expect. And that's a very positive plus. I was very very surprised. It was easy for me. Honestly.
So assignments.